Maple Leafs have arrived in Fun City as the Vegas Golden Knights will entertain the Maple Leafs as we back here are digging out of one of the great snowstorms we've had in a long while. And the two guys traded for one another. Mitch Marner and Nicholas Roy face it off at center ice. Nylander goes wide on the far side. Played it back of the net for Tavares. Tried to center it out in front. He had Nylander right at the side of the goal. Nylander after it in the near corner. Comes out with a pass into the slot and a shot. Scores! Morgan Riley! Set up by Willie Nylander, and the Maple Leafs draw first blood in Vegas.
Great work by Nylander and John Tavares on the boards, as well as Matias Maccelli. And eventually, Willie Nylander is going to bring it off the boards. Looks like he's going to take it to the net. But then finds Morgan Riley coming down off the far point. That's
why the
trouble.
record on the road is what it is, 7-11-2. Here are the Leafs in over the line now, though. A backhand pass in front of the net for Nylander, who scores! Maccelli setting it up, and Willie scores and then almost wipes out in the celebration.
Boy, what a pass by Matias Maccelli. Coming down in the right wing side, kind of pulls up and flips it over to Nylander, and Nylander goes forehand, backhand, a nice little tuck move.
I'm pretty sure that would create quite a media uproar. And we're going to get a penalty here.
Boy, Jake McCabe with a slash.
Back of the net, it'll come to Eichel on the near half wall. Eichel works to the side of the goal with a pass. A centering pass at front wall down. Knocked it away. Eichel still with it. Eichel working back into the circle. Still with it. Eichel holding. Now back to the blue line. One-timer on the far side, and they score. Marner setting it up on the far side. And the Golden Knights will score as Dorofeyev gets the shot away, and it is 2-1.
His 12th power play goal of the season, and it comes on a slashing call.
Hovering around in front of the net. Domi can't get it to him. Now gets it back to the point. Stetcher with a shot that was blocked. Defenseman McCabe shoots and scores! Matthews in front of the net. Redirects that, and the Leafs have the 2-goal lead back. Great play by McCabe, and a quick stick from Matthews, and it is 3-1.
Great response by the Leafs.
To the far point, unable to keep it in, and a foot race on now as the Leafs lose it, and here's a break for Riley Smith in, and a big save made by Joseph Woll. As Hill sends the puck around on the far wing. Couple of Leafs are there. The puck into the slot area. Bouncing puck in front of the net. Oh, what a save by Hill off of Bobby McMahon. How did he miss that? And it'll be backhanded into the Toronto end. Wall settling it down back of the goal. Oliver Ekman Larsson got wiped out behind the Toronto goal. 4 players banging around in there looking for the loose puck. Down goal McCabe, and he is going to get penalized for tripping. And you can hear the booing that's going on in the stands. McCabe gets in over the line. Pass into the right wing corner. Domi trying to center for Matthews, who swung around and got a shot on goal, and Hill had to make a good save. Domi can't get there in time. It comes back to the point with a long shot that was deflected wide of the goal. Hurdle gets it back to the point again. Good pressure here from Vegas as they cycle the puck, and a shot. Stop, the rebound, scores.
Leafs got caught out on a long shift. McCabe almost 2 minutes. Matthews, McMahon, and Domi a minute and a half each. And with a long change in the second period, it's eventually Keegan Colasar that sweeps it past Joseph Woll.
Oliver Ekman Larsson gets it to center, brought to the line and in, but now back out, and now here's Maccelli. Has a man going hard to the net, the pass back, and the shot by Myers was kicked aside by Hill. To the near side to Domi, back to Austin Matthews, around back of the net, centering pass, and a shot by Myers was kicked away. Leafs maintain possession. Matthews gets it again, back to OEL, shot in on goal. Matthews, got a loose puck. Domi, if he lets it alone. Matthews has a great chance. Upper body injury day to day.
Boy, penalty coming up, a hook.
and it gets ahead. Here's a chance for Mark Stone in, and a diving play by Riley breaks it up, and they've got a couple of players trapped. Here the Leafs with odd man rushing over the line with Michelli, and he shot it high and wide. The puck comes back out in front. Leafs get it back to the point. Now to Matthews, and a drive is whistled wide. Tavares, back it goes to Matthews, far boards, holding at the half wall. Back to goes to Riley. Back into the corner for Matthews, centering. Nice in front. A shot scores. Michelli with Tavares on the doorstep. It may have gone off Johnny Toronto's stick right at the doorstep. But the Maple Leafs score on their first power play opportunity and restore a 2-goal lead.
Boy, and this comes right after a very dangerous shorthanded rush.
17th overall. And the Leafs again in front of the net. Oh, what a chance that was. Theodore to Marner. Back to Theodore. Theodore one-timer on the other side. Knocked away. The Leafs are going to get it high enough. Gets a return pass at center and across the line to Stone. Off his stick. Now back to Stone. Centering pass. Knocked away in front of the net there by Matthews. Puck brought back now by Vegas. Up on the right side for Marner. Marner trying to center. That deflected in on goal off a Leaf and was stopped by Wall. Kept alive by Cowan, who sends it in, and a loose puck in front of the goal. Oh, what a chance Cowan had there, and it was blocked. Former Golden Knight gets it down into the corner.
Oh, high-sticking penalty.
Leafs lose the face-off. Marner working into the slot, still with it. Got a shot away. It was deflected wide, and now they score. Off the end boards. Dorofeev is able to punch it home, and very quickly on the Cowan penalty, it is 4-3.
Well, the two they've been burned on, a slashing penalty, knocking the stick out of an opponent's hand, and now a very lazy, high-sticking penalty.
Punched out at center ice for Nyes, and it is sent down into Vegas territory, and then a shot is juggled by goaltender Hill. Rink-wide pass. Brought out at center and to the line and in. Domi on the left wing. Matthews in front. They can't get him the puck, but Nyes does! Oh, and then he tried to pass it off to Domi instead of shooting. Deflected wide. Leafs were changing their defense, and so they couldn't keep it in. And across the line now with a shot. That's blocked. Here's Marner centering in front again, and he fired it high off his stick as the shot by Riley Smith caroms up into the screen and goes out of play. And the Leafs are going to get the puck out at center with a bank pass. Robertson breaking in, and he was hooked onto there by Ben Hutton. Vegas can't get it into the Toronto end. Leafs do. Got a 2-on-1 break going here. Core shot scores! Scotty Lawton set up perfectly, and the Maple Leafs restore a 2-goal lead as Lotz is full of it here by rattling it in behind Adin Hill.
Craig Berube's had to put the numbers in a blender to come out with line combinations with the injury to Willie Nylander, and here he decides to throw out Lorenz Lawton and Matthew Nyes.
Knights getting it out into the center ice area, then playing it back into their own end. Quickly up on the wing for Eichel. Eichel pass on the right side. Oh, big save by Wall, and he's able to jam away at the puck still, and it goes into the net. It looked like Wall had it under him, but it squirted free. And the Golden Knights have backed their way into another 1-goal differential, although they're talking to the official here. McCabe is...
I mean, I don't even think. I think it's so minimal, Joe, you can't challenge this.
Kept along the boards by Thomas Hertl. Around back of the net it goes. Hertl centers. Big save. 2 big saves made by Wall. There you go, Ralphie, with 2 big ones right there.
Might need 4 more.
Gets a return pass. He carries out of the zone. Got to the Leaf blue line. Had it knocked off his stick momentarily, but they grab it back. Centering pass, and they score. Did that go off Myers?
No, this is deflected in. Philip Myers, Joe, had Dorofeev and then just let him go. Dorofeev was able to... Okay, let's take a look here. Is this offside?
After Coach's Challenge video review, it was determined that at 4:13 the play was offside. No goal.
Wow. Thank you.
McMahon back to the blue line on the far side. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, a pass in front. Matthews to Domi on the left wing. Domi holds left wing side, a shot, and that was off of Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Will send it right back into Vegas territory. Under 2 minutes to play. The goaltender runs into the Leaf player. What was that? Holy Mackinac, that had to be interference and no call. Now we've got a timeout. Round back of the net, centering pass comes back. Eichel with a shot. That was knocked away. It comes in front of the net. Another shot. Stopped by Wall on the short side. Holding it back to Marner. Back to Eichel. Eichel doesn't shoot it. Down low it goes. Back to Eichel again. Closing in front. Shot, scores. Thomas Hertl in front of the net.
Matthew Knies was without a stick. Essentially a 6-on-4. And with 7 seconds left, Vegas is going to send this game to overtime.
Eichel goes wide on the left wing as Marner goes to the bench. Flip back, it comes to Theodore. Theodore to the right wing side, a shot, and that deflected wide. It may have gone off the goalpost. Cowan with it again to Matthews. A little tip pass for Cowan. He goes wide and gets in. Cowan driving the net with a pass in front of the shot. Went over top of the goal, and now a big rebound, and out come Vegas 2-on-1. Working in over the line, Theodore to the far side. Shot it off the side of the goal. Comes out in front of the net. Wall can't get there. They score. Jack Eichel wins the game in overtime.
Austin Matthews was the late man, I think, Joe, that wasn't able to get back. It was essentially a 3-on-2 in the Leaf end. And Vegas, 4 times in this game, come back from 2-goal deficits. And a lot of teams in the Eastern Conference are going to be thrilled if they went to bed with the Leafs having a 2-goal lead in the third period. Wake up and see that they blew the extra point, losing in overtime.